Welcome to the Self Learner channel. If you're watching this, chances are you've got a bad habit or two that you'd love to break, whether it's procrastination, eating unhealthy food, or spending too much time on your phone. The good news is, with the right strategies, breaking these habits is not only possible, but backed by science. Today, we're going to dive into 5 scientifically proven techniques to help you break bad habits once and for all. Let's get started. Strategy 1. Understand the habit loop. Our habits are built around something called the habit loop. This loop has 3 parts: the cue, the routine, and the reward. For example, let's say your cue is boredom. That leads to the routine of checking your phone, and the reward is that small hit of dopamine you get from social media. If you can recognize these 3 parts, cue, routine, and reward, you'll understand why the habit exists in the first place. Once you know your habit loop, you can start to intervene. Write down your habits and their loops. Identifying the cue is the most crucial part because it's what triggers the behavior. Strategy 2. Replace the bad habit with a good one. When you want to break a habit, don't just focus on stopping it, focus on replacing it. Habits are deeply rooted in our brains, so rather than leaving a gap when you quit a bad habit, fill it with a positive one. Let's say you want to stop snacking on junk food when you're stressed. Instead of focusing on just stopping, replace that snack with something healthier like fruit or a handful of nuts. The key is finding a healthier alternative that still satisfies the same need, whether it's stress relief, a sense of reward, or a boost of energy. Strategy 3. Use the 20-second rule. There's a fascinating principle called the 20-second rule, introduced by psychologist Sean Acher. The idea is simple. If you make a habit harder to do by just 20 seconds, you're less likely to engage in it. For example, if your habit is watching too much TV, try putting the remote in a different room or setting it somewhere less accessible. That extra effort might be just enough to stop you from automatically turning on the TV. Or, if you're trying to reduce your phone usage, place your phone in another room or use an app that blocks distracting sites like Forest or App Block that allows you to block access to specific apps or websites. By increasing the friction just slightly, you make it easier to stick to your goals. You can use the 20-second rule to build new habits by making them easier to start. For example, if you want to drink more water, keep a water bottle within easy reach at all times. Want to read more? Place a book by your bedside so you can read a few pages before going to sleep. Strategy 4. Break habits with the tiny habits method. Behavioral scientist BJ Fogg developed something called the tiny habits method, which is incredibly effective for breaking bad habits. The idea is to start with a very small action, like doing just one push-up after brushing your teeth. When you anchor a new positive habit to an existing habit, like brushing your teeth, it becomes much easier to adopt it. Over time, these tiny actions snowball into bigger changes. This same method works for breaking bad habits. Instead of aiming to quit something entirely overnight, start small. Make gradual changes until the habit fades away. For example, if you want to wake up earlier, try getting up 15 minutes earlier each day. Strategy 5. Track your progress and reward yourself. Research shows that tracking your progress is one of the most powerful tools for sticking to a goal. Whether it's using a habit tracking app like Habitica or Todoist, or just a simple calendar, keep a record of your progress. Celebrate small wins. For example, if you've avoided junk food for a week, reward yourself with something meaningful, but not related to the habit you're trying to break. This positive reinforcement builds momentum. It doesn't have to be anything big. The point is to keep yourself motivated by celebrating your milestones. Watching this video alone won't change your life. The real transformation begins with a decision to take action now. Every great habit starts with a small step, but the key is consistency. Take a moment to think, what small action can you take today to improve your life? If you're serious about changing your habits, don't wait. Start now and make a difference. And remember that breaking bad habits isn't easy, but with these 5 strategies, you'll have a much better shot at success. Remember, it's about understanding your habit loop, replacing bad habits with good ones, making the bad habits harder to do, starting small with tiny habits, and tracking your progress. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more content like this, and let us know in the comments what habit you're working on breaking. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.